I'm just going to start talking a little bit. This is going to be Ham's Arena Economy of video. I don't have any sort of notes, I didn't make any sort of script. I'm going to leave a lot of stuff out, I would think. Just some stuff it seems like some people don't get. I mean, like, look, I do not like this economy, but maybe for different reasons. I mean, I have tons of gems, tons of gold, tons of wild cards. Doesn't do me any good. I can't get rid of them in any way. You know, they're valuing these at $4,000 or something plus. To me, they're worth nothing. You know, is it a brag? I guess. You know, so I've wasted a lot of time. You know, you can't do anything with it. I've got most of the cards. You know, I craft some stuff when I need it. Anyways, so you know, there's some stuff like there'll be talk about like, well, I should be able to trade, like my uncommon wild cards for rares or mythics or whatever. Well, this is what they've done. The system was pretty fine when the game first started. There weren't that many sets. They were trying to attract new players. New players especially didn't care about being all that competitive or this and that. And it worked out just fine. So what they do is they just basically imagine an uncommon wild card as a basic land. I mean, they're just showering you with these things. They're giving you the common cards, they're giving you the uncommon cards. That way, a free to play kind of player can actually build lots of different decks. They just can't build lots of different ultra competitive decks with the rares and mythics. They can build lots of fun decks out of commons and uncommons. And there's variety. They get burnt out on the game. So that's kind of what it's based around. They're giving you all this stuff. Like imagine there's a farmer and he decides he's going to give strawberries away to the people that come to his farm. And his goal by giving these strawberries away is that you'll buy his bananas and his pears and his apples and whatnot. And maybe he's got a restaurant. You'll eat it, whatever. He's giving strawberries away to get you in. Basically, the strawberries are the uncommon, common wild cards, and you're like, oh, let me give you back some of these strawberries, for your bananas. This isn't right. I'll give you 5 of the free strawberries for the banana. The farmer's like, it doesn't work like that. Like you guys just don't understand like that the way they're giving. And again, I don't like this economy, but that's what they've done. They've made it accessible as free to play and have lots of cards, but not really ultra competitive decks. And then if you want to build your collection up as like a free to play type person, you're supposed to build up like one deck. You're not supposed to just be able to get every deck in standard or alchemy or whatever for no money. Okay? That's not, no. They give you a rare here and there. They give you a pack here and there. You're not supposed to be able to exactly choose what you get out of the pack. If so, once they give you 20 or so packs, you have everything you need for your competitive deck, and it's way too easy. So, I mean, it's that sort of thing is never going to happen. It's just not ever going to happen. It needs a whole redo from the ground up for anything like that to ever work out. Now, look, I don't like the economy. I've said that the fact that they're trying to sell wild cards at that price in the store is ridiculous. You're better off just busting the packs. So I mean, they're doing a lot of dumb stuff. They could improve stuff little by little, but you gotta see like everything that somebody might think is little is not. It's tied to something else. It's like they can't just let you like trade in 2 or 3 rares for another rare because they've managed to give you these rares that even though a lot of them are bad, the only way someone's ever going to spend money is if they stopped giving as many ICRs or this and that or whatever they call them. They give you a lot for free on here, but what is not ever really possible for free without lots of drafting or whatever is to play numerous competitive decks. Basically, that's what's going to cost you either a lot of time and being good at drafting or money. I prefer the economy on Magic Online. That's going to cost you something to play all those decks as well. You can use a rental service and get it quite cheap, a lot cheaper than on here. I'm kind of rambling. I don't feel like I'm exactly expressing my point, but the people that throw out all these little solutions Most of the solutions they throw out are just clearly not going to work. And I mean, I've said this for years, like 2 years. Arena hasn't been around for forever, but like once it gets more and more players, this economy is just not going to work. You got a new player. Everything was based for new players. They made it best of one, so the new player didn't have to side. They put a hand smoother on, so the new player didn't quit the game when they got mana screwed. They gave you, they paired you up against other new players, so you got to play and just kind of like go back and forth, play your bad cards and not just lose. Everything was set up like that, and there weren't that many cards, and the game was new to people, so they didn't necessarily care if they had the best of the best of the best. Well, a lot of those people have quit. A lot of other people have come in. They've come in now with where the client has way more cards on it, and the people that have stayed around have gotten a little bit more competitive. I would think overall than they were at the beginning. So they want more of the chase, the good cards to build the good decks. Just. So it just isn't going to work like it did at first. And, I'm thinking, they've made this historic. They've got it so you could play every card on Arena, this and that. That's what the format's supposed to be for, in my opinion, what they said. So they're going to put out Pioneer or whatever. That's just going to make historic harder and harder and harder for anyone to get into. Because now all those cards have to be legal there too, because every Arena card is legal. So, I mean, I think they've really handicapped themselves numerous times on things they've done. It all ties in together. And I mean, honestly, yeah, I much prefer Magic Online. I think they need to just like kind of scrap the whole thing and start it over. And this is, coming from somebody all kinds of stuff, but I don't know. I mean, I don't see how it's going to, it's only going to get worse and worse. It's just going to keep snowballing the more stuff they put on here. Everyone, oh, I want the old cards on here. Well, the hell do you think you're going to get them without paying money? And you're just going to complain. It's never ending. It's only going to get worse. So, and then you get a new player that wants to come on and try this with, oh, here's your way to acquire the cards you need. You should spend $50 for 16 wild cards. I mean, it's just completely going to price out any kind of new player from coming in and playing in any of the older formats for sure. So, yeah, I don't think the economy is good. But at the same time, there's no cheap little easy fix. So that's my thoughts.